Hi guys, it actually hurts my brain when I listen to Liz Truss speak. I don't know if it's the obnoxious levels of unintelligent arrogance that's more annoying, or the cringy attempts to speak like the former Tory Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. She's a deeply uninteresting individual with nothing reasonable to add to any discussion. She refuses to take responsibility for her own downfall and seems to think that she's some sort of kingmaker when it comes to the Conservative Party. She was rejected by the markets, her party and the electorate, but like Boris Johnson, she's a turd that just refuses to flush. Here she was looking like a complete idiot when some of the issues that I mentioned before were put to her.
Hello, Mr. Truss, Sky News. Why do you think the contenders should listen to anything you have to say, given the disaster of your premiership? Do you think they're listening to you? Do you think your interventions are helpful to the Tory party in the state that it is at the moment? Do you take any blame for what happened in your premiership, Mr. Truss? Or do you think any of it was your fault? Do you think the leadership contenders should take more of a Truss-like approach?
She just continually smiles. Of course, if she was to respond, she'd say, no, I don't actually speak to journalists. I just speak to crackpots and far-right commentators, because they're the only ones who will actually take me seriously. She's pathetic. You know, obviously she won't take responsibility for her own downfall, because that would be taking responsibility, and this is not something Conservatives do, and especially Liz Truss will not take responsibility for her own downfall. It's always somebody else's fault. The OBR's fault, the Bank of England's fault, the Walkerati's fault, the Blob fault, civil servants' fault. It's always somebody else's fault. Now, when it comes to can she add something to the Conservative Party, can she help these candidates in some way, I think she's actually a kiss of death to the Conservative, whoever wins the leadership. See, she's very popular with the crazies in the Conservative Party, otherwise known as the members. And they would love to see somebody like her back, or her in particular back. But there's a little problem there, because she lost her seat. The problem was the voters. The voters didn't blame the Bank of England and the OBR enough. They blamed Liz Truss for the disaster that faced the Conservative Party. And I really don't understand why the Tories keep bringing her back. I had said at the time, when she eventually was removed from number 10, she should have been kicked out of the party. Rishi Sunak should have removed the whip from her and Kwasi Kwarteng and sent them into the wilderness. But instead, she remained an MP, and she continued to create problems for the Conservatives, because the mini budget cost the Conservatives 6 percentage points in the polls. Partygate cost the Conservatives 6 percentage points. So while Boris Johnson was presented as some sort of darling of the Conservative Party, and Liz Truss is a darling of the far right within the Conservative Party, both of these individuals cost the Conservatives in a significant way the election. Not completely, but in a significant way. And I just really don't understand what's going through the heads of the people, the senior people in charge of the Conservative Party. Why are they allowing Liz Truss to be around? She's just a drag. She's just an embarrassment. She should be nowhere near the Conservative Party if I was in charge. But then I'm not. And the Conservatives don't seem to care, or don't seem to understand that Liz Truss is a walking disaster. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.